Hello everybody, today's video is quite a cool video. What are you doing? Look, show stuff to the camera, don't be camera shy. There we go. Today's quite a crazy video. I mean, Lucy was in the intro. But other than that, I drove actual cars. And there are some pictures on my community, but roll the footage. This is pretty cool. This is actual real videos. And I drove a car earlier today. Roll the footage. I don't know how to start there. Okay, so this is where I did the driving experience. This is Dunsfold Aerodrome, also known as the place where they filmed Top Gear. And yeah, so let's just have a look. So the first car that I drove was this Ferrari, this one. You've got some cool effects there. And this, funnily enough, is also the first car I drove, and we do have footage of me inside the car and the dash cam. So yeah, roll that. Okay, so this is the actual part where I did the driving. We started off going through like these cones bit, and I had to weave in and out throughout the steering wheel, as you can see. So you can see my POV and my dash cam, what I can see. So that's pretty cool. As you can see in the background, there are the planes and old BA planes and stuff like that with the old livery and BA stuff. British Airways is what BA stands for, in case you don't know. But the best part was, so I did this for a bit. Then we arrived at the end, which was this roundabout, which you had to like drive around. There was an instructor in the car helping me along the way, so he was very nice. I did have to mute this, unfortunately, because he said my real name a couple of times, and I just don't want that amount of information out on the internet right yet. So I'm quite private, considering being a YouTuber. Right now, this is the part where I really begin to floor it down the straight. I went up to about 50 miles an hour, but remember, this was the first car I ever drove. So yeah, right. So this was the first car I ever drove, so as we keep driving down the straight, I was going about 50 miles an hour here, so not even, if you know your British roads, not even A3 speeds. So the A3 is like a big road, and don't think too much about it. But as we were nearing the end, we were quite close, and I thought I was doing, not gonna lie, I thought I was doing quite well. I mean, yeah, so, oh, massive shout out to Sixth Gear, this company that came to Dunsfold and did this. So that was the main clip, and next car that I want to show you is the Lamborghini. Now, I don't know how the footage came out. If there is no footage, I'll just throw some pictures on there. But I really hope there is, because I checked earlier, but the footage didn't look good, but my Wi-Fi was a bit ropey at the time. So I don't know. I'm going to see. But yeah, let's show the Lamborghini. Okay, so I did double check the Lamborghini footage, and it didn't come out well. I mean, I'll show like a fraction of how it came out, but it was so laggy. It was like one frame a sec. It was genuinely awful. It was like a flicking through a slideshow. But anyway, I will show you some pictures. By the way, the Lamborghini video is playing up there. Just thought I'd show you it. But yeah, so let's go. Roll the pictures, because they're quite cool, the pictures. Right guys, now we are up to the second car, and it was this Lamborghini Gallardo. So I just have pictures, and yeah, so that was it, just coming out of the straight there. And this is me actually inside the car. So I was quite low in the car, because, so obviously it's like a Lamborghini, and yeah, so that's me getting in the car and more driving. So as I was going on about how I was quite low in the car, I was much higher afterwards, because obviously kids can't drive cars because they're so low and you won't be able to see over the handlebars, but over the steering wheel. But so they put like a bit of foam on the seat, and my bit of foam was really thin because I'm quite short. So my bit of foam on the seat was too thin, so they had to put another bit, so I was then eventually higher. So it overall worked. Anyway, the second car is probably my favourite. Okay, so third and final car, here we go. It's this Aston Martin here. Ooh, it's so we start off going through the weaves again. The weird thing about the Aston Martin is when you turn it on, you need to keep your foot on the brake, because if you release it, the car just starts moving, because it was in neutral, so it would have just started rolling because the engine's on. So, and then I slowly had to release my foot off the brake, and it's not the car where you can just zoom, zoom. You have to, and that was the same with all of the cars. And so yeah, here we are going around the roundabout, and then in the Lamborghini I went like 75 miles an hour, and in this one I went 85. So I was going about 85 miles an hour right now, and this was pretty cool. So I just kept driving down there. I bolted it down there, and then I saw a puddle. I was like, so that puddle to me meant I had to brake. I just kind of set that up as a sign. So I was like full on the brake now, and it was slowing down because the car was like skidding, and as I came around that I got loads of wheel spin. And that was the last car, so play the intro, because I record the intro on a slightly different software. But yeah, roll the outro, I guess. Right, well, that is the end of the video for you guys. This video has been absolutely amazing to make, and part of the reason why I'm making this video is, so first of all, my grandparents got me this as a present for one of my birthdays, and we booked it. And the only availability, we booked it a while ago, and the only availability was in November. So I want to give a massive thank you to my grandparents, first of all, for giving me that experience, because obviously it's once in a lifetime, you know, like I'm probably not going to do it again until I'm 40 odd years old, and I'm bored of my Volkswagen Polo, and decide to buy myself a fun little experience, but I doubt that's going to happen, but you know. But this was really fun, and now, for the rest of my life, if someone asks me, oh, what was the first car you drove? I can say, oh, the first car I drove was a Ferrari, or a Lamborghini, or an Aston Martin. Because it's so fun, and if you're a child watching this, I would highly recommend going. It's so fun. Even with the wet weather, it's absolutely amazing. But, yeah, so thank you everybody so much for watching, and now I'm going to end the video there and roll some photos at the end. Some extra photos of what I took, because there were some photos there. So let's go. Hold on a second, wait, don't go anywhere. We didn't actually get to the part which of the cars was my favourite car. So overall, my favourite car was the Aston Martin, and I will tell you why. Because with the Ferrari and Lamborghini, it's very light, so if you turn, you're a bit like, so if you do that, it feels light, and you feel like you're being thrown about a little bit. But in the Aston, it's very heavy, and it's very like, you turn and you can really feel it. You can really feel the cuts. If I was sat in the Aston and I was turning, I would be like, but in the Lamborghini, it's just like, if you turn, it's like, shoo, shoo, because it's so, and if you accelerate, it's like, shoo, and then if you brake, it's like, shoo. But in the Aston, because it's nice and heavy, you brake gently, it brakes slowly. You're like, it's like a nice and gentle thing. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.